Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini
Namaste Saraswati
Saraswati Devi Bhagavani Prajapati Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Prabhupada, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. you so much, everyone, for joining. Just would like to introduce Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking out your time. And yeah, so Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, everyone knows, but a little short introduction. I would like to just tell everyone. So he has done graduation from IIT, to IIT Delhi or Bhubaneswar?
Masters from IIT Delhi.
IIT Delhi Master, okay. Yes. And Prabhuji is very senior devotee and also one of the core member of our ISKCON Whitefield Center. He's practicing Krishna consciousness from many years, almost 2 decades. And he has one son and one daughter. Both are nicely growing in Krishna consciousness environment. And Prabhuji is working in HP as a senior director. He is a source of inspiration for many souls, including congregation and youth, even for kids. And it's our great fortune to have Prabhuji with us today. So let's welcome Prabhuji and grab this wonderful opportunity to listen from him. Let's welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji.
I'm very happy to be here. So I think Puneet Prabhu is from our Prestige Lakeview. Okay. And Sirisa Mataji is staying here. Right?
Yes. Okay. She was supposed to join personally, but could not.
No. So we have Jitendra Prabhu and son here, and our Punendra Prabhu family, wife, sister, and son. So thank you very much for all of you for joining. We're so still excited about Hare Krishna. Yeah, I was very inspired by all of your sincerity, and especially I was going through the wonderful presentation done by Deepak Prabhu on Tulasi, I think 2 weeks back. I saw that. It was really nice. Prabhuji had made a nice presentation, and then he talked about the glories of Tulasi, how to worship Tulasi, how to do Tulasi Kirtan, and then Nishan Prabhu gave a very wonderful class on Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. That was a very nice session. I was going through that. I was really inspired by how beautifully both of you had prepared and sincerely shared with everybody. And I also see that like our Jitendra Prabhu and Purnendu Prabhu, Sirisa Mataji, like some of you like have been practicing for years now. If I remember correctly, it's more than 3 years, Prabhu. 2 years? Or at least 2.5 years, because I remember 2017, I think you started 2017. Yeah, it's more than 3 years. Yeah, because I remember the year the Gita course started. And I think it must be also the same for Mataji. Yes. And yeah, but that's same for Sirisa Mataji. And yeah, it's good to see our Avinash Prabhu and Puneet Prabhu as well. So, and I heard that from Deepak Prabhu that all of you have invited Srimad Bhagavatam to your house. So you have really invited the Lord into your house and into your heart. It's so wonderful. And that's how I thought that all of you are so fortunate. I'll also be a little bit fortunate by coming and taking your association. Because I was just going through this very nice verse, which there in 12th chapter. Devotees on the Zoom, you can hear us properly?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So if you have, if you want, you can share. It's 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita entitled Devotional Service, verse number 6 and 7. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि
कर्माणि
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा
सन्न्यस्य मत्परा
अन्यन्नेव योगेन
एव योगेन
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते
मां ध्यायन्त उपासते
तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता
तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता
मृत्यु संसार सागरा
मृत्यु संसार सागरा
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
मयि आवेशित चेतसा
मयि आवेशित चेतसा Translation. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
Avinash Prabhu, you can read the 2 paragraphs from the top purport.
Yes, Prabhuji. It is explicitly stated that the devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. In the pure devotional service, one comes to realization that God is great and that the individual soul is subordinate to Him. His duty is to render services to the Lord, and if he does not, then he will render service to Maya. As stated before, the Supreme Lord can be appreciated only by devotional service. Therefore, one should be fully devoted. One should fix his mind fully on Krishna in order to achieve him. One should work only for Krishna. It does not matter in what kind of work one engages, but that work should be done only for Krishna. That is the standard of devotional service. The devotee does not desire any achievement other than pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His life's mission is to please Krishna, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction, just as Arjuna did in the battle of Kurukshetra. The process is very simple. One can devote himself in his occupation and engage at the same time in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Such transcendental chanting attracts the devotee to the personality of Godhead.
Thank you very much. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschat Desatarini Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा. So here in this beautiful verse from 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you see the very first statement in the purport, what Prabhupada has written. It is explicitly stated here that the devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. Because in this pure devotional service, one comes to the realization that the God is great and the individual soul is subordinate to him. And his duty is to render service to the Lord. If he does not, he will render service to Maya. Like just by reading this paragraph and just by realizing this paragraph, right, our life will be perfect. And by just understanding this, right, our life will never be the same. So here, what He's giving us the Sambandha Gyan. He's trying to tell us, okay, how the Supreme Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. And we are the part and parcel, Mama Evam Sajiva Loke. And then we can have this relationship with the Lord, right? We can reawaken our relationship with the Lord by following this process of pure devotional service. And then we can really go back to Godhead. So it really gives Sambandha, talks about who is the Lord, who am I, and then talks about Abhidaya, what is the relationship and how we can follow that process to go back to Him. And then it talks also about like what is this result, what is the provision, what is the result by following this process. And yes, everybody is really looking forward in this material world, in this bhautik samsara, to get some happiness, to have some good time, and to enjoy. In various ways, people do it. And they try to see that, okay, how my senses can really get in touch with the sense objects, and then it will really feel good. Then we realize that whatever the happiness or the enjoyment that we get, it's temporary, it's flickering, and more importantly, it gives the misery as well. Because whatever the happiness that we get here, they're like, it comes with a package also of misery. Buy one, get one free. If you want to get happiness here, you'll get the misery free of cost. So, an intelligent person, he realizes that, I don't want, right, this happiness which always comes with a misery, right? Whatever it is, right? We want to get a new car, and this before buying a car, we really get excited. Oh, I'll buy. There is so much of hankering. After putting so much of effort, putting so much of money, we buy, I don't know, what is SUV or sedan or whatever it is. And then after you buy it, and then somehow by putting so much effort, by putting so much of money, by putting so much of hard-earned labor or blood and sweat, right, by earning lakhs, or get some down payment, and then okay, we'll say that okay, pay in EMI, and then once you get it also, right, we get so much of anxiety, and especially nowadays even the traffic also has increased. Somebody will scratch it, or what will happen to my car, will I be able to maintain the look and shape of the car, and so on, right? And then if something happens, then I lament, oh, you see, I had such a beautiful looking car, and somebody really did this, or oh, and it's just a matter of time also, right? It really gets drained out, right, with respect to the different features and so on. Or we think somebody else has got a better car and a better model, then we think, okay, maybe that was a better one. So our happiness, right, is really a constantly moving goal post, right? And we think that, okay, maybe this will give us happiness or that will give us happiness. But we need to really understand that, like, things will not give happiness. But yes, the relationship with the Lord and His devotees will give the happiness. That's what Lord wants to say here. Because yes, right, through any kind of sense objects, right, it will not give us happiness. That's for sure, because this is the verdict. This is the scriptural axiom, right, from millenniums and millenniums. There is nothing to prove or research again here. And here, yes, some people, like, they move up and they said, okay, they want to deal with some puja they do, like Saturday or Monday or Tuesday, some puja we do, or once in a year we do some big celebration, right? But then what happens, right? If we are not able to complete that brata in a nice way, we don't get any result. But if you complete also, but if you do it incorrectly, right, there is also some sinful activity that we conduct. Or even if we do it correctly and we do complete that, but still whatever we get is not permanent. Right? So whatever the fruitive activities or what we call as a karma kandic activities, how they are also, right, not sufficient for us to give the right pleasure. And then some people says that, okay, maybe I'll just leave everything. I'll go to the forest, or I'll, of course there is no forest only nowadays. Or okay, I'll just take sannyas from everything. I'll just do research. I'll do. People say, oh, I want to read Vedas. I want to understand what is Upanishads, or I want to do do different kinds of yogas, right? But still, we see that like after suffering so much, still their mind is not so peaceful, right? But here, once we talk about this beautiful process, right? Here, Lord is saying, Naivi karma nasasti pratyavaya na vidyate. Swalpam asya dharmasya trayate mahato vayat. So we talked about this karmakand process, how, right, if you do incorrectly or incompletely, or if you do correctly and completely also, how you don't get anything. But here, and Lord is saying, just do little bit. It will, take us out of the great danger, at each step that we have. And that is the beauty of it. And we can realize that how all of us have really gone through millions of lifetimes. This is not the one lifetime that we have. We have gone through so many millions of lifetimes. And now, right, we got this opportunity to come in the association of the devotees. Right? Yes, we got this human body and we got this association of the devotees. So how fortunate we are. Like you can consider, like somebody is good at probability here, maths. Let's say there's an ocean is there, and there is a, let's say, tortoise is there. Is swimming in the ocean, drowning in the ocean, playing in the ocean, and there is a raft, just a wooden raft, with a small, hole there. Now, what is the probability that the tortoise will come near the raft and will, just his head, will just be completely, get aligned with that hole of the raft in this whole ocean, where there is only one raft. Because it is said that the association of the devotees are very rare. Durlava manusya deha dehina khana bhangura tatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priyadarshanam. And 11th canto, it is mentioned that yes, to get this human body is very rare. And this human body is also khana bhangura. We don't know when exactly it will go away. And a lot of people have started realizing it. How flickering our this lifespan is. Remember some people, some big celebrities, once they got contacted with this disease, they were saying that, oh, I'll just go and come back from the hospital. But then just a matter of time, they had to leave their body, they had to leave everything. Even after earning so much of name, fame and prestige and so much of wealth, nothing could help them. Nothing could help them. And so big people. What is that for? Right? We had fought so much, we had worked so much, earned so much, and you can't believe, right? Who was it? Like one devotee was saying that how this person, he had worked so much, and he was really old, and then he had everything, right, in the house, right? But he was in the hospital after getting this, and he was really looking forward to come back to home, because he wanted to leave his body, at home. But his family members said, no, please don't come. You stay there only, because otherwise you'll get affected, right? And this person was thinking, like, whatever, that is place, right? It's all because of my blood and sweat, and now you are not allowing me to then go there, right? Or also, right? Like, even if it's not a COVID case as well. right? Then also, right, if somebody is leaving the body or somebody has left, it's just a matter of time. They take him or her out of the house, and they say, oh, if you stay too much, it will start stinking, or some bhoot pret or this or that will come. They would not really like to keep you for a longer time as well. right? How it's very important for us to realize that whatever I am doing, what I am doing for eternity. That is the most important question that we should ask. What I am doing for eternity. Whatever I am doing right now, is it just there for some days or some years or some decades? Or am I doing something for myself which will be there for forever? Because we can realize, of all of us, at least in this forum, we understand and we believe in reincarnation. And because of somebody's good karma, because of some good conditioning, they get a good body, they get a good association. Right? And Lord says that, punarjanma na vidyate. Like, you come back to me, and it's possible. Right? You have to just follow the process. That's why they say that. Now, how rare it is we are talking about. Tatrapi durlabham manne vaikuntha priya darshana. More rarer than to get a human body is to get association with the devotees of the Lord. Vaikuntha priya darshana. Right. So that's how, like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so there is a nice pastime where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has come as a devotee, right, to teach how to follow this process of devotion. He says that Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bija. Like, yes, through the causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna only, right? Otherwise, there is no other cause for us to get delivered, to get us that Bhakti Lata Bija, that seed of devotional service. Only because of the mercy of Guru and Krishna, because of the devotees, we get that seed of devotion in our heart. Otherwise, right? We don't have any qualification. We are just punarapi jananam, puranapi maranam. Like, we are just going in the cycle of birth and death. But then, by their causeless mercy, they sow this seed of devotion. And then what do we have to do? Then we have to do also some effort from our side. Like, what do we have to do? What do you have to do? We have to water it. Right? Like, if there is we got a nice seed for a beautiful flower plant. Right? Once you sow it, but then it cannot grow on its own. We have to water it. Can we do it one day and it's enough? No, right? We have to water it every day. Right? And similarly, what is that watering for our Bhakti Lata? What is that watering process?
Chanting.
Yes, chanting, hearing and chanting. Yes, how the more we hear and the more we chant, it really sprouts and it comes up very nicely. What does that mean? There is a very nice verse in this first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that all of you have, maybe you have read this verse. It says, Etadhiyatura chittanam matra sparsa ichchaya muhu bhava sindhu plava drushta haricharya anuvarnanam. Now this verse says that all these people, they are so much of anxiety. They are having so much of anxiety. Chittanam, like in a chinta. They're always grasped in chinta. And then, right, because of what? To gratify their senses, to enjoy through their senses. And then he's saying how they can, this is the problem, right? And the root cause is because they wanted to enjoy through the senses, right? There is a chinta, or, right? And the root cause is they wanted to enjoy through the senses. But in that same verse, the solution also is given. What is the solution? Bhava Sindhu Plava Drishta Haricharya Anuvarnanam. This whole ocean of Bhavasagar, right, which is this cycle of birth and death, how we can come out of it? Hari Charya Anuvarnanam. Once you hear the glories of the Lord, right? Once you hear the glories, the beautiful name, form, pastimes, and qualities of the Lord and His devotees, right? It goes through our ear, right? Through these ear holes, and it enters our heart, right? And then heart gets transformed, and that's how, right? The watering happens slowly and slowly. The Shraddha, watering means what? The Shraddha, the faith gets increased more and more, towards Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That's about, how do we see that? My Bhakti Lata, the bija that I have sowed is growing or not? How do you know it? How do you know it? By understanding how much faith, it is increasing or not. Do I have faith in, once again, so-called, enjoyment, trying to just do enjoy madi, or I want to spend more time and I want to get more attracted. I am getting more and more naturally attracted, to the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And I am getting more and more attracted. Oh, how can I get more water? Because yes, I need more. I want to grow more. I want to get more nutrients. I want to chant and hear more and more. Once I have that, it means, you see, this is a virtuous cycle. It's a virtuous cycle. The more we add our effort, the more our faith increases. So this is a beautiful process we are talking about. This watering process in this Bhakti Lata. And then what happens? Is that good enough? Is that good enough? You just sow the seed, which is the causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna, and then we regularly hear and chant. We do Shravan and Kirtana. Is that good enough? What else is required? We need to ensure that the soil is fertile. Right? If the soil is not fertile, it's just a barren land. Right? If you sow the seed and you put water, will the Bhakti Lata, will it be sprouted? It will grow nicely? No. Our heart has to be humble. Our heart has to be in the mood of submissive surrender to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So, we have that eagerness. We should have that strong desire. Unless we have that strong desire, unless we have that humble mood to receive the mercy of Guru and Krishna, it cannot grow. Because what will happen then? We'll have more and more doubts. Oh, I don't know, right? Whether it works or not. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know everything. This Bhagavad Gita, I know everything. Oh, I have already read so many times. Oh, this puja part mein bahut kar liya hu. And there are so many, because I feel that I know everything. This I know syndrome. Or I am great. I don't need anybody else's help, right, to grow in my spirituality. For anything that we do, right, we need somebody's help. Right? Like we want to go to a school, or we want to learn some sports, right? We want to work in a company, whatever we do, right? We need somebody's help. But in the spirituality, we believe that we can do on our own. Is it possible? We need somebody, right, who can take with our hand, let's go step by step. Let's do this, let's do that. So who can help us, who has gone through it? So he might not be the perfect person, but he has gone through it. Who can help us in going through it. So it is very important to have that mood of receiving, right? To have that mood of that submissive surrender, right? To the sadhus, to the gurus, to Srila Prabhupada, whatever he has written us, whatever he has given us, right? And then we see that how, right? Like this Bhakti Lata grows up again and again. So once again, what is the test? We know that this Bhakti Lata is growing or not? Faith. Our faith. our faith on Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. If it is increasing or we are having more and more doubts. Like questioning is right. Like, right? Yes, we can ask questions, right? Okay, why Arjuna did like this? Or how can I progress? Yes, this is the right questions we should ask, right? But the more and more we grow, right? It shouldn't happen that, can you prove that there is a Lord? Can you prove that, right? By just taking this, we'll progress. You just take it, right? Then you will see it's a pratyaksha avagam dharma susukham kartum abhyam. So we take it and we realize it. Now we cannot say that, oh no, I don't want to test. Right? Prabhupada gives this a nice example. I don't want to test this, whatever is this in the bottle. No, I don't know what it look like. Prabhupada is saying that there, it is sweet. This is honey. You just open the bottle and you just lick it. No, I don't want to do it. Because acharyas are saying, can we think that all our acharyas, right, are they really cheating us? Never. Right? They are saying that you can get rid of all the problems and you can be a good father, you can be a good wife, you can be a good husband, you can be a good son, you can be a good daughter, you can be a good employee, you can be good at everything. Right? Because why? Lord says, Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati yakinchana sarve gunastatra samasate sura harao bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena sati dhavato vahi. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a very nice sloka. It says that Yasyasti bhaktir, whoever is a devotee of the Lord, he has all the good qualities. He has all the good qualities because he knows that he's a supreme Lord. Right? And then everybody else is the part and parcel of the Lord. And if I want to make my father happy, I cannot have, right, a hostile relationship with my brothers and sisters. Right? And I really, don't think that, I want to grab more and more at the cost of others. No. Because my thought process is always, how can I make my father happy? How our outlook gets changed, how our consciousness gets changed, how whatever the difficult situation comes, how we can really deal with that problem in a much better way. It's not that the problems will not come, but what we are trying to say is that the way that we'll deal with that problem, right, will be completely different. Right? Our outlook changes, our consciousness changes, the situation will not change. That is the beauty. So it's a very glorious process, and that's why we call it, right? Whoever comes into Krishna consciousness, right? They are really the fortunate ones. They are really the fortunate one. Yes, though who not realizing the value of Krishna consciousness, the value of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, they are the unfortunate ones. They are not able to realize what is there in the scriptures. But the most unfortunate ones are who come to Krishna consciousness, who start chanting, who start reading, but they think that, oh, this is enough. Or, okay, I don't want to go further. Ho gaya abhi. Thoda mala kar raha hu, thoda sa. I started chanting, I have started reading, one sloka. Can we say that, oh, my son, Papa, main pad liya aaj na, abhi second class ho gaya, mera second standard ho gaya. I don't want to go into third standard now. Whether parents will be happy? No. Because when the parents always look forward to the, no, you grow up and you realize that what beautiful, things that you can get it. Yes, there is so much to learn, there is so much to go, and so much bliss that we can collect, there is so much nectar we can drink. So much is waiting. Please start reading, please start studying Srimad Bhagavatam, please start hearing from Prabhupada, please start chanting more and more. You'll see how much nectar is there in this 2-syllabus name of Krishna. And this, syllabus mantra, Hare Krishna. And the more we chant, the more we'll get attracted to it. The more our life will be sublime and blissful. And that's what our acharyas are saying. Please do. And especially, Nityananda Prabhu, who is none other than Balram. Right? He takes, right, so much humble position. He offers obeisances to everybody, going door to door. So that I request you, I beg you, right, please take this holy name. Please take these shastras, please read it, please chant. Why you are wasting your time? Like if somebody, we know that if somebody is having a big, huge treasure and somebody is really so much of attached, to small things. Right, today morning, I think Jitendra Prabhu was there in the class today. I was giving this example, right, in our Bhakti Center class, right? So somebody, right, like is having a 1 rupees coin or a 10 rupees coin, and somehow, right, he keeps it so close to the eyes and think that, oh, I cannot see anything. What is this world is false? The whole world is dark, right? What is this nonsense and all, right? But then, right, sometimes the more intelligent person, or if child is holding like that, and the father or mother comes in, oh, my son, what do you need to do? You just need to remove that coin from your. You just need to remove that ignorance. You need to remove, the darkness which is really obstructing you. Right, and then the child or the ignorant person, he starts crying. Oh, you have taken my this coin, oh, why you have taken it? Oh, I like it so much. I want to keep it to myself. But then, if you're just trying to keep it out, then you can see that. Right, somebody will say, oh, you're taking my 1 hour of my beautiful weekend, Saturday or Sunday. But then, right, how we can that same 1 hour or 2 hours once you come in the satsang, or once we come in the front of the Lord and for chanting, or once we study, right? That is the time we use it for Krishna. The time we use to get closer to the Lord. Right? It's not a waste. That's how we have to realize it. And we'll see ourselves that how all our anarthas, right, this last grade anger and all the viruses really starts going away and again. Right, and then we'll understand, right, what is the direction I need to go, left or right. And once I understand this is right, then I'll get more determination, right, to go on the right path. So this is a very blissful process. As you said, yes, the unfortunate ones who don't come into Krishna consciousness, fortunate ones who come to Krishna consciousness, but the most unfortunate ones are who come to Krishna consciousness, but who are just happy wherever they are, or just say, okay, it's enough. And we have to be determined to progress in Krishna consciousness. We have to be determined to chant more, hear more, to progress in bhakti. And who are the most fortunate ones? We said about the fortunate ones are who come in the association of the devotees, and who are more fortunate, right, who come and submissively hear from the devotees. And the most fortunate ones are they who have the desire and eagerness to hear more and more and more and more. And it is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, Bayam dhanya tama loke. Parikshit Maharaj is saying, and we are the most fortunate. I am the most fortunate. Why? Like he's saying this verse like in the 10th canto, 12th chapter. It means that he's hearing this for 7 days, right? From Sukadeva Goswami. And 10th canto means it could be around 5th day, right? 5th day. And without drinking anything, without eating anything, he's sitting and he's saying that the death is there after 2 days. And he's saying that I am the most fortunate person. Why? He's saying, Vayam dhanya tama loke guropi khyatra bandhavana. Like he's saying that I'm the most unqualified person, though yes, I'm the Kshatriya, but I don't have any qualification because I committed some mistake as well. But why am the most fortunate now? Vayam pivama muhustvata punya Krishna kathamritam. He's saying that Vayam pivamo muhustvata, because now I'm getting an opportunity to hear from you again and again in detail. So beautiful pastimes of Krishna. Punyam Krishna Kathamritam. This so pious, so glorious pastimes of the Lord. I'm getting an opportunity to hear from you. Right? Yes. We are becoming most fortunate, right? Once you're coming in the son of the devotees and getting an opportunity, having the desire, that eagerness to hear more and more and more. Right? Yes, we become more fortunate. We become more fortunate, or the most fortunate, once we have the desire to study Srimad Bhagavatam, studies Bhagavad Gita, because yasya vai sruya manayam Krishna parama puruse bhakti utpadate pumsam soko moho bhaya paha, all the anarthas, soko moho bhaya, everything runs away by just reading these transcendental literatures. Right? Yes, we become the most fortunate by chanting the holy name of the Lord. It's so simple. And it's really up to us, right? How we can move from fortunate person to the most fortunate person by taking all this seriously. Any questions, comments, thoughts? Would like to hear from Avinash Prabhu, Puneet Prabhu, Sirisa Mataji, Deepak Ras Prabhu. Any questions, thoughts, comments?
How to know that sometimes it happens that you feel more, you have more kind of attached to more devotional. Sometimes it goes down, some goes up. It's kind of a sine wave.
Yeah.
Happens with me actually.
Yes, it's natural, Prabhuji. It's natural. Like even for the students as well, at this point of time, right? Because they are not so much meeting their friends and their classmates, their mood also goes down so much. They feel so much of depressed at this point of time. Right? But once they see that, right? Oh, this friend, he's studying so much. Oh, once we come together, meet together, and really see that how others are progressing, we get more enthusiasm. Right? Yes, it is natural. It's natural. But then we need to be cautious what exactly is required to have that steady enthusiasm. By being in association with them who are having that enthusiastic mood. Right? Yes, sometimes we come into some satsang programs and the next day or maybe 2 days or so, we have that enthusiasm. But after that, yes, it goes down. But then there are so many opportunities are there. We can come into the association of the Lord, right? Through His holy name, through His books, through the hearing from Prabhupada or near devotees. Because once we keep ourselves surcharged, early in the morning especially, we'll see that, yes, we'll get that. Yes, I want to do it. And it may happen, it can happen as well, that yes, there could be some times where because of some external circumstances, we might get affected. Right? Like, especially once again in maths, we have seen that sinusoidal curve, right? Like, it goes like this, like this, like this, like this, right? Sometimes the, what do you call it? It's frequency, like the number of cycles, per length, it really increases, right? Like how we get distracted more and more, and then the length also increases, right? Because yes, the duration also increases, the how long. But then as we progress further in Krishna consciousness, it should really come down. The frequency also should come down and the wavelength also should come down, right? It's not that, it will be just flat that, okay, one day I'll just become a sadhu, will they get this ananya and a dhyana? That might not come, right? Day one, right? Especially for the children as well, right? Yes, just to study, if somebody is really just going around, millions of lifetimes just having so much of fun, right? Enjoyment mentality, and then next day is no, there'll be a pure devotee. It's not possible. But what is required? To have that enthusiasm, to have that determination, to have that eagerness, and to have that patience as well. That you should not leave that this ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं है, ये नहीं होगा, नहीं मेरा प्रॉब्लम जो है ना, ये भगवान से ही पड़ा है, भगवान ही सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते हैं. No, we should have that faith. Yes, Lord is there to give me, and I should endeavor. I should continue to endeavor. And then yes, Lord will reciprocate. Lord is saying, it's so beautiful verse this is. Tesam aham samudhata. Lord is giving that, reciprocation. Lord is giving that promise. I will take care. Tesam aham samudharta. Mrityu samsara sagara. Whatever this, people are suffering so much, I will take care of them. I will deliver them. And I will personally come, or he comes with his devotees. And bhavamina chirat pato, it will be not so long as well. Just do it, and I'll be there to help you. But you have to show that, yes, Lord, I'm here. I have to cry out. Unless I can. Even the kids, I always give this example, right? Like especially the children. if they are doing something, if they need something, they say, "Mummy, mummy," mommy will be busy in the kitchen or doing her work. But then if needs something a little bit more, "Mummy, I need this. Mummy, I need this." Then mommy comes there, okay, he's still playing, and or maybe she will give some toys and this. But then she starts crying, "Mommy!" Mommy will leave everything, will come and take the child. Right? It's because so many times, right? Like falsely, the kid starts crying. "Oh, I need this and that." But then, right? Once the kid said, "No, no, mommy, I don't need anything. I need you only." Because Lord also tells, I have so many things. But he has so many things, so much to do. But still, he's also looking forward to when this child will come to me. But still, that child has to also show some kind of sincerity that, "Oh, I need you." We have to show our sincerity to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Any thoughts? Anybody else? Does it answer your question?
Yeah.
Any thoughts from Puneet Prabhu or Avinash Prabhu or Deepak Prabhu? Arnita is here. Any thoughts, questions, comments?
Prabhuji, when Lord Nityananda Prabhuji or Lord Chaitanya started their devotional service, they could find out people around and they were having pure hearts, right? I mean, it was around 500, 600 years ago. So now I think that situation is not there. So I think let's say I'm staying in an apartment and I want to talk to somebody about Krishna consciousness. It's very difficult to find somebody who can respond with a pure heart. So
That's
this
a very
is
good point, Prabhuji. Like it is mentioned that Tataschano dinam dharmam satyam socham khyama daya. Like, yes, day after day, week after week, year after year, right? Things are declining. Satyam, Socham, Khyama, Daya, Ayu, Bala, Smriti, they are declining. That's true. Right? But especially the mercy of Mahaprabhu, like he does not see the qualification. Patra, Patra, Vichar, Nahi, Nahi, Sthana, Sthan. He does not differentiate who is qualified, who is not qualified. Right? Just, right, somehow or other, right, we have to try, we have to do endeavor. They are there to give that mercy. Right? And they're called Patita Pavana. They see that who is the most unqualified, he will give the highest, benediction to him. And yes, at that time also Lord proved there are these two, Jagai and Madhai. Right? We will hear that story in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And this beautiful pastime is there. What kind of nonsense activities they were not doing in it was, you cannot find. They were doing everything. There's so much sinful, right? But still, right? How Nityananda Prabhu showered his mercy upon them. Right? And we see now also, right, how Prabhupada transformed all this no culture, non-Vedic hippies, right, to the Paramahamsa Vaishnavas. Right? Now, if we consider ourselves as well, what kind of nonsense things before coming to Krishna consciousness we are doing, we cannot think at any point of that. Sometimes we get surprised how I came to Krishna consciousness, how I'm having this, even at least externally also looking like a Vaishnava. I cannot imagine. Right? What is required from our side is that how I can, first of all, I will, take this process seriously. Once I have that strong practice and a strong mood in my heart, it will automatically, come up. At least with that, at least, I am trying my best, I am, or my family, or my neighbor, or my relatives, it will go slowly and slowly, right? It's maybe very difficult, right? Like for somebody who does not have that sukruti to understand and to realize it. But then it is said that a devotee intervenes in the karma of somebody. Devotee intervenes. If somebody's karma would be something like that, but a devotee intervenes in the karma of that person. He says that, he drags, he pulls, he calls that devotee many times. He gives the Bhagavad Gita, he gives the prasadam, somehow or other, right? He brings it. And if you say that if somebody is not, there are different ways. We can, invite, we can give some prasadam to somebody. We can invite them some for kirtan. We can really ask them to, okay, just hear this beautiful clip from Srila Prabhupada, then somehow or other we need to continue to inspire them, right? But for that, first we should be surcharged. First we should be connected, like this power point should be connected to the powerhouse. Then it will have that energy and right, to give that energy. Right? Yes, we should be completely surcharged with the spiritual energy that is coming from the Lord. Once you are surcharged, then it will just come out, right? Like whoever even comes in touch, right, with the pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, their whole life got transformed. What was the qualification of otherwise, these hundreds and thousands of Westerners, either Europeans or Americans, right? They didn't have any culture. You cannot even imagine what kind of a lifestyle they were living. And now you see like what kind of transformation it has happened. Right? So nobody is barred, especially this is the beauty of this parampara. Nobody is barred. Nobody is barred, right, to take up this. No, we cannot say that somebody is disqualified or somebody doesn't have the qualification to come this. Asadhu sadhuta dain ati nicha uchatakara. This is the glory of this process. Asadhu, he gives to Asadhu, he makes a sadhu. Ati nicha, who is the most fallen, will make the highest Paramhamsa Vaishnavas. That is a glory. That's why we call this is a this devotee who come and who take this person. Yes, so we should be. We are the fortunate ones. Now we should make others also fortunate. Yes, we should not be miser. We should make others also fortunate by sharing. Yes, we have received this wonderful nectar. We should share this nectar also with others. Does it answer, Prabhuji, your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yes, Punit Prabhu wanted to share something. I think he was on video. No. Punit Prabhu, you are there? Okay, stepped out. Or Deepak Prabhu or Sirisa Mataji, anybody would like to share? Any comments, any reflection?
Nothing specific, Prabhuji, just the same. I mean, sometimes we get so much enthusiastic, we finish all the rounds and chanting and all, but I think due to circumstances, the thing is we are not able to get the, I think, association of devotees and sometime any specific service that we need. So yeah, because I think the materialistic attachment of I think every other family or our friends, because they are attached to that so much, they are not maybe able to understand. And sometimes we also think that, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing right? Am I going in the right direction? But I think what I feel like, certainly, I mean, at some point, Krishna, I mean, so merciful that he actually, the Supreme Lord, sends some devotee in your life, and he, again drag you to that. No.
Yes,
So he will actually catch you. No.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you have to have patience.
I will deliver him. Like that's why Lord is saying here. Yes.
So yes.
Just he will take care of.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Yes. Very nice point from Punitro. Like he's saying that yes, sometimes we get caught up with so much of our obligations with family or with colleagues or relatives and so much. Sometimes we get also caught up, and that's what we said. Like the doubt comes up in our mind: if I am going the right direction, or everybody is following that, I'll also follow them. But then once I have that strong connection with the Lord and His devotees, with the Shastra, because one time, like one person asked, do you think that to Srila Prabhupada, do you think that Lord accepts the prasadam? And Prabhupada said that, like, Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, right? What is that beautiful sloka? 9.25. Patram puspam phalam toyam yeme bhaktya prayachati. Right? And tadham bhaktya upavratam asnami. Like asnami, he's saying that I eat. Right? And Prabhupada is saying, and Lord Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, and Prabhupada is saying that, should I really believe a loafer like you, or should I believe Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? Should I really believe Mahaprabhu, right? Who has this most magnificent avatar and who has really transformed so many? Should I really believe Prabhupada, who has transformed like hundreds and thousands of hippies to happies? Should I really believe the devotees who are around me, how their life got transformed by taking this process? Right? We have seen so many, what kind of bad habits and so many nonsense things they were doing. At least now, as we're saying that, they have become a better, wife or husband or a son or a daughter or a employee or whatever, the things that they have taken it up. Right? You become better everywhere. And then why don't I really Hare Krishna. Why don't I really take it and test it out? Yes, I should always think that how should I do something which will really increase my faith? I should be always cognizant of it. And I should get more and more attached. Like, yes, it is natural, as we are discussing, to get distracted and deviated with so much of distractions. And that is the reason, the first thing that how we should really take association, through the holy name, through this Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. There's so much to read. And that's why it is saying that, Shraddha Sabde Vishwasa Kai Sudruda Nishya, Krishna Bhakti Kai Sarva Karma Krita Hai. That is a Shraddha. That we have that faith that by just taking up this process, everything will be, getting solved. And it will be done. That how can I really get that faith? And that faith we get by coming in the association of the devotee. Yes, because of this unfortunately this pandemic situation, we are not able to meet, but somehow we thought that okay, today we'll meet. And I was discussing with our Deepak Prabhu is that how slowly and slowly, right, we can just meet 2 families, 3 families, and we can slowly meet devotee, because this it is said that bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya. The bhakti, right, triggers the bhakti with others. Like it's very contagious. It's very contagious. It's much more than anything else. Right? So once you get association with the devotees, once you associate with the holy name, right? Once you hear from Srila Prabhupada, you really get surcharged just by taking this holy name for a couple of minutes. And then you can't stop. Like I know some devotees, they can't stop studying Srimad Bhagavatam. They get so addicted to it. Right? And because there is so much into it, there's so much it takes, people forget. And then it's not that they become irresponsible and they become so much detached, right? Yes, they realize that, okay, whatever is there in Bhagavatam, how can I really apply it into my life? Like we talk about Prahlad Maharaj, what kind of difficulties and obstacles he went through, but then how much he was fixed. Right? Or we talk about in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are devotees like Haridas Thakur, how much determined he was in chanting of the holy name. Right? Yes, we get more and more, that faith in the holy name. Once you do it more. Hare Krishna. Was that okay, Prabhuji? Punit Prabhu? Thank you. Any other questions? Deepak Prabhu is there? Sri Samataji is there?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Deepak, I'm Deepak Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything is good, Prabhu. Like, chanting is really helpful. And sometimes I'm reading Bhagavad Gita also. So whenever we are in stress in our daily life or any troubles in our life, like it is the way we can understand, like it helps in calming the mind, and it is really blissful, and we'll understand why we have come to this world and what is our purpose and all. Yeah, it made me for some enlightenment after reading Bhagavad Gita. I'm not read very much, but some phrases I have read, Prabhu. But
Yes.
yes, Prabhu. And today meeting was also good, Prabhu. Like sometimes I'm attending the session, and it is good, Prabhu. And association of devotees should be more better, Prabhu. Like it helps in more spiritual advancement, I feel, Prabhu.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very nice. Thank you, Deepak Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, like some of the things which you might not understand, like, but just over a period of time, we just go through it, then we'll be able to realize it.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
So yes, when we just read Bhagavad Gita, maybe once you read it, twice you read it, or then we can ask the devotees, okay, it is written in Prabhupada is writing like this, or why Lord is saying like this. That's a good opportunity for us, to once again ask, to discuss. Very nice. Mataji's anything?
Both father and son have questions. So
Is it?
first let son ask.
Yes, very well. How कौन है यार? को? Krishna.
Let me translate. Why Krishna is not coming out of the photo?
Oh, Krishna. Krishna is there in our heart. He is there. Yes. Krishna, sometimes, like our eyes, we cannot not see small things, some bacteria, viruses, which really, we had sometimes dengue, sometimes this corona. Can we see these viruses? We cannot see these viruses. Does it mean that it is not there? It is there. There are also some sounds which we cannot hear, but it is there, because for that we need a special instrument, special machine सब उधर करता है देखिए अब. Similarly for looking Krishna also, there are devotees, Godai devotees like Bandhu Mahanti, Dasya Bauri. There are so many devotees. Ukudsi Jagannath, like Jagannath reciprocating, taking the prasadam. Oh, he's giving prasad to me. Oh, I'll accept it. Oh, he's giving coconut. I will take it. He's giving mango. I will take it. Then you were eating, and they were just giving that, seed to the pandas. Oh, you take it. So if we have that instrument, we have that message. What is that message? Through love. Oh Lord, please take it. Oh Jaga, oh Jagannath, oh Krishna, please take it. Once we have that, then Lord will come. Yes. Yes. Papa Ma jani chanti. How to love. So similarly, we have to also love. Very nice.
My question.
Yes, Prabhu.
So every time I face this, and I also talk to the Gopal on this, but then every time again I get diabetic. So now, just now I came to Odisha.
Yes,
so
yes.
I landed and I came. I was out from my usual life for 1 week, and something came to my mind. I realized every time I take a determination to at least do not 16 rounds, at least some 8 rounds, 10 rounds, a lot of times it goes down. Lot of times. And somehow I managed, oh, I'm tired. Anyways, I'll manage tomorrow. But Krishna knows that I have done one. I have put my effort. But actually, I realized that all these are excuses. So whenever I have got some answer from any proposals, it is like you try more, you focus. But that is something not convincing to me. For me, it is like the way I love my son, the way I love my parents. That has to come, then only I'll do. So how that actually comes?
Yes, very, very nice question, Prabhu. Very nice question. How to develop that test, right? How to develop that test, and how to develop. Right?
I made a habit of reading Bhagavatam, but that was by force. I don't want that force. As you rightly said, right? Some people don't leave, get addicted. They want that, but it is not happening.
Yes. Very nice one, Prabhu. So there are many thoughts, Prabhu. First thing is that, right, like once again the example of a kid, right? Just the first time daycare it's very difficult for me to go there, I'm so get addicted to like, sorry, speaking in between Odia also. So no, mommy gave some nice food. Oh, Papa really, plays with me so much, giving toys and so much, right? No, I don't want to go to school. Like when I like to go to school, then I'll go to school. Till that point, I'll I'll stay at home, right? And then what if parents does? No. There also nice toys are there. Then first we'll go there and you'll find so many friends. Oh, I don't know anybody. Still, the cranky face, and I'll come back. No, I didn't like it. Right? And then second day goes that he finds, starts making with some friends, and then he starts really understanding, new things. Oh, maybe it's a little better. I'll try. Right? Like it's over a period of time. Then he starts liking the friends. Right? Still, some people, right? Like you see, especially nowadays, right? Like the kids, like they're really looking forward to when they will go to school. Then they're really looking forward to, oh, I'm really getting bored, right? Or even, so what I meant to say is that, right? There are two things. One is a sadhana bhakti, and is a raga bhakti. And a sadhana bhakti is that we have to follow some discipline, right? And how that discipline has to be followed, now I'll just share. It's a very beautiful 5-step process. For that, what do you have to do? First, we have to hear. We have to hear, from the pure devotees, from the scriptures, the devotees who have realized, who got the test. Because once you get associated with them, once you hear from them, then we really realize that, yes, right, they are getting it. Means it is possible to get it. So it's not that there is no, will not get test, or nobody will get the test. He is getting, means there is a way to get the test. And there is some nectar is there. That's what we hear from Prithu Maharaj. Nakamaina tadapi aham kochin. Or like we hear from Rupa Goswami, that, oh Lord, right, I just wanted to chant more and more. Or Thakur Haridas Thakur, or even so many devotees also. Yes, we hear from them. We hear from the devotees who have been so addicted. And then we observe also that, right, how the devotees who have been chanting so sincerely, right, and it can happen also after chanting so many years, but still they just push themselves a little bit more. Right? Even I was telling about, right, like even last month I was not well, right, and to come back to my regular schedule, right, it took me a long time, right. But I was keep on, right, like, trying to get the association of the devotees, because especially in the morning we come together and chant, right. You will really feel the difference. Yes, I do chant maybe some other time in the day, right, because maybe I was not well and I was not able to maybe get up early in the morning and do my morning program. But then I realized that, because I know that what exactly it means to chant in the morning in the association of the devotees. Nothing can replace it, right? I experience it. I have experienced it, right? Yes. Yes.
Not the best we need to get on milestone, that best we get.
Yes. Yes.
More and more.
Yes.
So what happens in sometimes, like even if we have developed that taste while hearing to some speakers who are actually saying about Bhagavad Gita or something, there would be some particular day probably I missed it up. I will say like, okay, tomorrow I will add it up and I will listen to 2 sessions.
Yes.
But it keeps missing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that conscious effort doesn't happen from my side after a certain period.
Yes.
So how do I
give it up? I give it up. That okay, like I feel that no, I just leave it. Right. Yeah. So how do I really come back to my default position as quickly as possible? Exactly. Right. So once again, there is a process, right? Like once I'm really going through some bad habit, right? First of all, I realize that this is bad. So consciously, I understand my incompetence. So first is that unconscious incompetence. So earlier, I was not even knowing that not chanting is not good. Earlier, I didn't know that not reading scriptures is not good. At least, or doing all these nonsense things is not right good. So at least now I realized it. So I'm now conscious that what is incompetence that I have. Right? That's the training I got. That's when I got educated. But then I need to practice. I need to put effort. But knowing is not enough. I just understand some math concept. The training is not enough. I have to put that effort. I need to really practice it more and more. Then I'll move to conscious competence level. Right? I said unconscious incompetence level. Then I go to conscious incompetence level. I understand what is my problem. And then I move to conscious competence level, where I realize that I'm consciously trying. I'm consciously putting my effort. Right? What the right thing I should do it. Right? Like I know that this is, I have the discriminative power now. I start applying it and I select the right one. Because always there will be multiple, options will be there. And then I start applying it. Oh no, this is the right option. Right? And then consciously, with the determination, once I have discrimination, I have the determination to follow the right option, to do that right option. Right? Then conscious competence, and then what our Punendra Prabhu was saying. Then I'll go to unconscious competence. Then it will happen. Oh, I don't have to put like while driving the car. Else you learn it, right? Then slowly we know that, okay, this is how we have to do the theory part. And then we move to conscious competence. So, okay, while changing the gear, I have to put the clutch and things like that. And nowadays, after spending a couple of years, what will happen? You would be seeing here, there, right? You would be thinking about something about the office work. You would be thinking about the house, and you go unconsciously only, right? You change the gear, you put the brake, right? It's not that, right? Or you just start learning some instrument or whatever it is, right? Then we move to unconscious incompetence, or what do you get that test, and automatically it happens. Automatically you start chanting. Automatically I get some time, I open Bhagavad Gita. I get some time, I start chanting. I get some time, I call a devotee, Prabhuji, what you're doing, can you discuss something about it? Yeah? This is unconscious. Nobody has to tell somebody that you have to do it. You got through this 4-step process, right? How? Right? Yes, sometimes initially you don't know what is your bad habit, but then we move from unconscious incompetence level to conscious incompetence level. You understand what are those gaps are there, the areas I need to improve, and then I need to put effort consciously, consistently. Consistently, I put that effort.
One point,
Yes.
You said about this conscious competence will be developed. I could relate it to one thing, like supposing tomorrow I join a new project and
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
culture.
Yes. Yes.
So it is an urgency I have that I am putting conscious effort there,
Yes.
so that I get to know the work, and after probably 1 month it becomes unconscious.
Unconscious competence. So like you get the test and you just do it automatically. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know, in and out of everything. Yes.
What actually was a bigger point here was that, okay, it's a new project.
Yes.
And I don't know the in and out of it. That was an urgency in my mind.
Yes.
Because that gave me a bigger point that, I have to put this effort here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So in this particular process where I
Yes.
developed a test, it's like, I'm liking it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
what is that urgency I have?
Yes. 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 Like today morning also I was discussing this program in our Bhakti Center class. Right? Like if I understand now, right? I think all of the family members and personally I had gone through this COVID, right? If I know that I have this disease, can I say that no, let it be there. Oh, let it be there. Okay, let me be ICU for any number of days. It's okay. How does it matter? No, what will that urgency that I come out of this disease as quickly as possible? Yes, I need to realize, I need to be educated, right? Yeah, I don't need to be really mad at that point of time. That I need to come out of it as soon as possible from this hospital, right? I was telling in the morning today that we have this body means we are diseased. We have this body means we are diseased. That is a symptom. Like if I have fever, if I have this cough, I have this respiratory problem, right? And I have all these issues, means I have the COVID. And sometimes the doctor might say yes or no, whatever it is, right? Sometimes report says yes, or sometimes no. Right? But if I have all the problems, if I have 10 days of fever, if I'm coughing so much, right? And whoever get coming in touch also, they are also getting affected, means I have some serious problem, right? And I cannot take it easy at that point of time. Right, and I have to really ensure that I said 5-step process. First, right, acknowledge that we are diseased. Then I said second, approach the hospital, get the right hospital. And third, I said, seek the advice of the right doctor. And third, that I said, what I said, accept what is favorable for you, and then avoid what is unfavorable for you. The 5-step process. Right, once you have the disease, and then once you would accept the favorable means, at that point of time, we discuss that how we should take, right, some antipyretic or analgesic to reduce the temperature and all that, right? So that whatever is required at that point of time, I'll do it. Yes, right, to reduce the temperature. Right? And then what do you do? It will take all this antibacterial, like what is antibiotic, antiviral, and all that, so that it kill all the viruses or bacteria or whatever it is. And third thing, what do you do? They give a lot of supplements, vitamin C, D, iron, calcium, and so many things. So it will bring our immunity, that we can be free from that. Right? So similarly, for us also, we need to think, yes, Lord gives us the intelligence to deal with all the 3 tapas. all the feverish things that is happening all around, how we can deal with those situations, right? By taking the scriptures, right? So if you're getting more and more attached, then we know that, right? How we can distinguish this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing. You see how so many people are there so much of in depression at this point of time. Right? They are not able to understand. But because we are having the scriptures, we are having this association, that we are able to understand it. And then we are also taking the holy name, right? It acts both, right? As a Sarva Amangala Hari and Prem Diya Hareman. Right? It takes away all the, it kills all our anarthas. It kills all the viruses, bacteria, all the lust, greed, anger. And also it gives Prem Diya Hareman. It brings the immunity, it gives the spiritual energy for us. Right? Yes, we have to do it. We have to realize that I have to take these 3 medicines. I have to take association of the devotees. I have to really looking forward to it. And I have to take this medicine. Once I take this medicine for a sufficient period of time, then I will get the test, how sweet it is. Till that point of time, even this, right, sugar can juice also, seem like a bitter. I cannot say that, oh, one sugar can juice will, will test sweet, then only I can take it. No, it means I am diseased. That's why I am not getting the sweetness.
So what are those 5 equivalent steps that what you get?
Yes, I said that first we need to realize that we are diseased. We need to acknowledge we are diseased. And how? Because most of the things we did, oh, I am good. I don't need anything. I'm perfect. Right? Oh, I don't need this spirituality. I don't need this, this book, this holy name. Why do you need to come to satsang? I'm completely. Acknowledge. First, acknowledge that I am diseased. Acknowledge that I have a problem, and I need to take, go to the hospital. I need to approach the right hospital. Acknowledge that I am diseased, then approach the right hospital. Right? So don't end up somewhere that where you have to pay lakhs of money, or they will put you on the street. Right? Or hardly they care for you. And third is that seek the advice of a doctor, right doctor, that who is free from the disease. Right? Otherwise, doctor will pass on that disease to you. You feel it. So he said that yes, acknowledge that we are diseased. And then second, they approach the hospital, right hospital, and then seek advice from the right doctor. Right? And fourth thing, accept what is favorable. Accept what is favorable. All the 3 medicines we talked about. And the fifth thing is that avoid what is undesirable. And that's what Prabhupada talks about, the 4 regulatory principles.
Which is the right doctor for me or right hospital. That also needs some mercy of Lord.
Yes, yes.
You don't have much knowledge.
Krishna prasade Guru mile, Guru prasade Krishna mile. So once we pray sincerely to Krishna and Prabhupada, with unmistakably sign, they will show you Guru. Guru prasade Krishna mile. Right? They will show you the path. Tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Right? We don't have to look for some enlightened dadi wala with cheetah, right? No, he's only Guru or a sadhu. No. Jai Krishna Tattva Veta Sai Guru hai. Whoever, inspiring us, giving us this knowledge of Krishna, he is our Guru. And there are different types of Gurus are there. There is a Chaitya Guru, who is there in our heart as a Paramatma, and who is the Lord. And the same one, like he comes as a Diksha Guru, who gives us the Diksha, who gives us the initiation to us. Right? And then there is a Siksha Guru, so many Siksha Gurus. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami starts with Gurun, Vaishnavan. Like he's praying, I have so many Siksha Gurus. We hear about this Avadhuta Brahman. He has 24 Gurus he talks about. Right? We can learn from the child. We can learn from, anything. And they are our Gurus. And we should have that submissive mood to accept that mercy from them. Hare Krishna. So we started 4:30 approach. It's 6 o'clock. Okay, Hare Krishna. Nice. Any thoughts from anybody else? Mataji, sir. Sirisa Mataji, we didn't hear anything. Mataji. Okay. Isan Pro, you want to add something?
No, Prabhuji, I am listening. A lot of things are, it's like Everything is missing, Prabhuji, for me also, so I have to do
Very good. Yeah.
hell anything here.
Hare Krishna, yes. Yes, nobody is perfect here. We are all in the same boat. Prabhupada, even during Prabhupada's time also, you would say that, oh, you learn from your senior God brothers, God sisters. No, it's not that they are perfect, but yes, right? They have gone through it, right? Yes, how you know that, okay, how the child grows up, what kind of problems goes through. A mother who has gone through it, you can share it. Similarly, yes, it's just it, just by knowing is also not enough. More important is a practice.
The only thing, Prabhuji, I'll add is that whatever journey we started on Krishna consciousness, all of us are on same boat one way or the other, number of years here and there. So, but whatever we have seen in Krishna consciousness through Guru Sadhu Shastra and the association of elevated devotees, at least, yeah, questions which devotees raised is around our own progress, how we can progress, how difficult it is. But the fact also remains that this Kali Yuga, this is the best practical alternative we have. If we know that we are lucky to be in Krishna consciousness, lucky chosen ones. Now, if we look for any other option also, तो बहुत मुंह की खाएंगे because बाहर तो बहुत तमाचा ही है प्रभु जी और तो qualified नहीं है. That's a struggle as a with material body we have. But that's where Guru's mercy is needed. That's where Vaishnava's mercy is needed. अगर हम अपने से अगर कर पाते तो फिर ये ट्रांसेंडेंटल थोड़ी होता है, ये तो मटेरियल हो जाता. कृष्णा की मर्सी से ही होगा. तो हम अगर बाहर जाके ढूंढेंगे then we'll get is only disappointment.
Yes.
I'm this schedule of that shiny object will be think कि मुझे प्रमोशन चाहिए या पैसा चाहिए या बच्चे कर देंगे या ये या वो. एक मृत तृष्णा रहता है कि हो जाएगा. लेकिन so my worry is only that my age is passing by.
Yes. That urgency we should have. Yes, we should have that urgency, right? How we can take this process sincerely, seriously. It's not that, right? Like you have to leave everything, but honest, like today this is Antanishthakara Bayalaka Bevahar. Antanishthakara, like, from the heart, we should be very sincere. And externally, yes, we should do the needful, to take care of the family, to take care of the office, and to take care of our all social dealings and everything. We don't have to leave anything. So yes, how to do it, like especially in our center, like we have this process called Siksha process, right, where devotees start taking commitment. Okay, like we now do one round, and we'll just read this book, because unless we take commitment, right, nothing goes to our heart, to our mind to do it. You have to commit to it. Okay, and I feel like it, I'll do it. If I don't feel like that, no, right? We cannot say like Papa, I like to go to exam. No, I have to. I have to do it. It's not that I like or I don't like. I have to give the exam. Similarly, once we commit in front of the Lord, oh Lord, I will chant. And with that commitment, once we give our offering, Lord gives us empowerment. Lord gives us the facility for us to do it. One says that, Papa, I want to finish this sum today. Papa will come and say, have you finished it? No, let me help you. But if child is not prepared, is not sincere enough, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And okay, I'll take your own time. Whenever you need it, tell me. But if father is, no, Papa, tomorrow is exam, I have to do it and you have to help me. Right? Like my daughter, she's having exam tomorrow. And she was like, no, want to tell me at what time you will tell me. I said, no, don't worry, I'll come back and I'll solve your doubts. Right? But once the exam is there, the kids also, they become serious. Is it not? Without exam, oh, I can do it tomorrow. Hardly they care about it. Like she's having unit test. Right? No, you have to help me. Okay. How to understand this, how to remember this. Just you ask me. Okay. They also seek support. At that time, we feel helpless. No, I have to finish. I'm not able to do it. Call some devotee who is doing it. Okay, I'm doing this problem. Can you help me? And so then we seek. We approach the doctor. We approach the hospital. We seek the advice of the doctor. Because unless we take that commitment, we feel that it's going okay. Right? But once you take that commitment, once you that, oh, tomorrow is exam. our final exam can come at any moment. We have gone through many times, right? So much of serious diseases that we get it. And we have seen that, anything could happen with the Lord's arrangement. How you have to take it seriously, right? We don't know. And then exam can come. Then how, when is the time for preparation? This is the time for preparation. Yes, we have to be determined. We have to give that commitment. And that's the reason, we ask everybody, please take the commitment just to chant one round. If you're chanting one round, let's move to 4 rounds. If you're chanting 4 rounds and reading this book, let's move to 8 rounds. Right? We have to progress in terms of our quantity and also quality in our devotion. Because that's how we can please the Lord. That's why I request the devotees here, right, to take this the Siksha process of Deepak Prabhu. You will connect with all of you. How you can continue to move, right? Like as a child, as a parent, as we said that we don't happy that okay, the child is only in that standard. And we continue to progress, continue to bring that urgency in our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. So we'll just have, it's already 6:08. We'll just do 2 minutes of Kirtan. Nisam Prabhu, would like to do 2 minutes of Kirtan and then we can wrap up for today. You're on mute, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. We'll do 2 minutes. Give me, Prabhuji, 5 seconds. I'll just get the cut.
Okay. So our Mataji didn't speak anything. कुछ बोलने का Mataji नहीं. Nothing. Okay. Yes. So, like Lord says, yathamam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamyaham. The more we reciprocate with the Lord, the more we offer it to the Lord, Lord will reciprocate accordingly. So it's all our sincerity that we have in our service, Lord will reciprocate. But I'm really happy to see so many wonderful families joining this program. And I told Deepak Prabhu that in all of your sincerity, I'll try to come at least once in a couple of months. And it's good that we have started this physical program as well. So I look forward that once I visit next time, we'll have the full house, right? With all the devotees like Avinash Prabhu and Deepak Prabhu, Punit Prabhu, everybody together. We'll have a nice kirtan together. So really looking forward to next time visiting this program. And I look forward to see that all of you are progressing also, in your chanting, in your hearing and studies. So that's correct, Avinash Prabhu. Prabhuji also will take some Siksha levels. Yes. You want to chant one shloka? But which one? Tell me.
4.1.
Okay.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasate Yogan Proktavanavanavyayam Vivasanava Viktaha Manurikaka Veblavit.
Yes, Lord give that knowledge to Sun God, Vivaswan, then to Vriksha, then Manu, and now to this sweet little boy. Now you are so knowledgeable. You see how Krishna gave you this knowledge? To understand Bhagavad Gita, to remember Bhagavad Gita? Yes, very good. Mummy taught you or Papa taught you? Or both? Mummy, oh, very good. Mummy's son. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Please start, Prabhuji. Listen.
Yes, Prabhuji. Ready. Prabhuji, the Kartal voice is coming display.
No, Prabhuji.
Kartal voice is not coming. 1 minute. Prabhuji, now it's coming?
No, Prabhuji.
Somehow, Prabhuji, Kartal is coming on your voice, Kartal doesn't come.
Yes,
So.
Yes, Prabhu. Your voice is good enough, Prabhuji. Please.
All right, Prabhuji, without Kartal.
Consonantal sound vibration.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, राम संकीर्तन की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, all praise to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. It was looking like, you put a break, right, to the ecstasy that Nisam Prabhu was going through. Yes, it's always so blissful to chant the holy name. Group. Thank you very much once again, everybody. And thanks, Deepak Prabhu, giving an opportunity to share some. Grateful to you.
His Grace Sudhir Gopal Prabhu ji ki
Jai. Jai bolne walon ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for taking out and valuable time for us and enlightening us and sharing your realization and sharing very important aspects of bhakti, how we can progress and how we are fortunate and how we can become most fortunate from now. And we have to be determined and we have to be very means associate with devotees so that we can become from fortunate to most fortunate. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Let's chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Let's meet next week. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Shri Vaishnavin.